15 degrees, 6 hours of sun, overnight temperatures above zero, and gentle winds. When you see that forecast for 5 days in a row, in November, you take your gear out of storage and plan another trip to Algonquin Park. Elo had only been my adventure buddy for a few months, and I wasn't comfortable going into the backcountry with her in November since water temperatures can be fatally cold. The idea for this trip started on a Monday morning. I packed my gear that same evening, and the next morning at 8 a.m. I called the Wolf Den Nature Retreat to confirm if they still had vacancy, and thankfully, they did. This is my final trip of the 2022 season. November hiking in Algonquin Park. 5 days at the Wolf Den. It's 1 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon, and I just couldn't stay away from Algonquin Park. My last trip was early October. I put away all my gear, cleaned my canoe, put everything into storage, and then this week the weather was calling for kind of ridiculous weather for November for multiple days in a row. Took my canoe down, got everything ready, and I don't even know how long I'm staying. I'll just see how the weather is and decide. I don't even know what cabin I'm getting at Wolf Den. I called them this morning. I'm like, you have a bunch of stuff available, right? I checked online. They're like, yeah, we're pretty flexible at this time of the year. So I'm like, it's cool that I just, show up, take a look at what's available and choose. They're like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna arrive in 10 minutes and then I'll see what's still available for the next few days and choose something to call home. We're at the green cabin, and believe it or not, the cabin is green. Let's give them a cabin tour. Lead the way, baby girl. Has a barbecue, some chairs, a little fire pit. Let's zoom in right there. There's a double door, screen. This is the inside. It's got a little kitchenette here. Fridge, freezer, living area, dining area. This is blocked off, the upstairs. Bathroom, me and my camera and my dog. And then there are 2 bedrooms here. This is one bedroom. It's the slightly smaller. The other bedroom. This is where we are set up, slightly larger. So I just put my own bedding and stuff on top. They do provide all the bedding, but I just chose to bring and use my own. That's the cabin. It's pretty awesome. I'm very happy with it. So is Elo. Yeah, so the cabin comes with its own private dock access. It's the only one of the cabins that has its own dock. Gorgeous view. So there is one more dock down there, but that's a communal dock for all of the other cabins, whereas this one is private for the green cabin. So it's definitely a nice perk. I'm just walking around the grounds with Elo. And it's 4:30, so today I'm just gonna write off as a lazy day. Just going for a little drive. I always like driving down Highway 60. It's a beautiful drive. It's like 8:30 or so. So I'm walking Elo. And then we're gonna figure out what the plan is for the day. Good girl, Elo. Good girl. I think your tongue is sticking out, Eva. What a morning. I've got this, this, and of course this. We're on the Tracking Tower Trail. Eva was having a blast. She is so excited, so much energy. And she's gonna be pooped when we're done. Good girl. Let's go. Are you tired, Elo? Are you sleepy? Did you have fun today? Let's go. Let's go. Good girl, Elo. We're on day 3 here. We just got back from the drive, taking Elo for a little walk, and then we're gonna figure out what the plans are for the day. Evie? Hey, beautiful. Sit. Good girl. Hey, where are you going? You ready to go? We just got to the Beaver Pond Trail. I think it's like 12:30-ish. I decided the plan for the day was just to do as many of the short trails as we have the energy for. Just drove to the farthest east one that I'd want to do, which is Beaver Pond. We're going to do this and then just make our way back west, basically. And then just see how the day goes from there. Good girl. She's looking for beavers. I think she's having a fun time. Let's go, let's do these stairs. Whoa, whoa, you gotta slow down for me, Elo. I ain't that fast. So I think we're gonna go do the Spruce Bog Trail next. And then I think it's called the Tower Trail or something, the one right behind the visitor center. If that's a thing, we can check that out. It's 1:45, so we spent longer at the Beaver Pond Trail than I anticipated. So I think we'll probably have time to do one more, maybe two. Straight into her corner. The first boardwalk of what I assume will be many. So it's 2 o'clock. We'll see how long this one takes us. What do you see, Elo? Oh, you see a squirrel. No. You're too slow, Elo. You're too slow. Elo, it's over there. Next time, Elo. Next time. I'm guessing this whole trail is wildly different in the summer. Just the whole thing is boardwalk with like vegetation on both sides. So I'm guessing this looks very, very different. It's still pretty. I'll have to come back in the summer and see what it looks like. Spruce Boardwalk is done, and I greatly overestimated how long it was going to take. I think I guessed 1.5 to 2 hours, and it was 30 minutes. And that's with stopping for pictures and videos. It's completely flat. There's like no elevation whatsoever. So it's 2:30. Let's see what's next on the agenda. Next stop is the Fire Tower Trail, which is right behind the visitor center, with a big arrow. So I'm assuming this is the way. Oh, she's ready to go. And not the best view right now because the sun is in front. I'm sure it's a nice view, especially in the fall. Is that it? That's the whole trail? I guess so. There isn't much to it. Learn some more about fire tower cabins. All right. Let's see what's next on the list now. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl, Elo. Good. We just started what's called the Old Lookout Trail. It's right across the highway from the Lookout Trail. I do have a Venza on my phone, so I can see where I am like in real time with the GPS. Because it's unofficial, there's no markings. And because it's November, there's tons of leaves on the ground. So I think I'm going the right way, but it's a little bit more difficult to tell because everything just kind of looks the same. Let's go. Come on. But it looks like there's a defined enough trail, so assuming that it stays like this, and I can always reference a Venza, like I said, so I don't think we'll get lost or anything. But if I start having any concerns, I'll turn around. You know, it's late in the afternoon, it's November, there's no one around. There was one other car parked at the Lookout Trail. So that should say something about how quiet it is when the Lookout Trail only has one person on it. Anyway, so we're doing this. We'll see how long it takes. See if it's worth it. See if we know where the hell we're going. Sure, Elo, let's try this way. And yeah. If you're watching this video, then you know I made it out alive. Alright, Elo, we're doing good. Let's keep going, baby. This looks so magical on this trail right now. Whoa, how did you get up there? That was a big jump, Elo. Okay, you ready to come back down? Come on, come down. Let's keep going. Good girl. This way, this way. We did a pretty good climb. And it looks like it's coming to an end. And we look pretty high up. So let's see if there's a lookout coming up. So we're right at the top of the old lookout trail. There's not really a lookout. It's kind of all overgrown. We kept walking that way as the trail continues, and we walked for maybe like another couple hundred meters. The trail goes on and you get a little bit of a better view than from where on the map it shows the lookout is. There's still no like proper lookout. So either we're missing something, or the map is wrong, or it's just no longer a lookout. She is having a blast. She's running and jumping and just having so much fun. Right, Elo? Look at that smile. Let's get moving. She's ready. She's ready to go. Ready to rock? I've been driving up and down Highway 60 in the mornings and the evenings, hoping to see moose or wildlife. And what ended up happening was right when I finished the old lookout trail, I got in my car, and about 100 or 200 meters out of the parking lot, I saw like 7 or 8 cars parked on the highway, and that always means only one thing. There's cars pulled over on the shoulder of the highway, more than one, like a group of them, it's because there's moose. So yeah, so I pulled over, there's a bull moose feeding in the water. Everyone obviously kept their distance because they didn't have a choice. We were probably, hard to guess, 200 meters away. I have my 24 to 240 lens on, and it's on a crop body, so it's the equivalent of like, I don't know, 400 millimeters or something, whatever 240 times 1.6 is. Plus video has 4K crop mode on the R7, which I love, especially for times like these. So it's the 1.6 times 240 plus the crop factor, which I don't know what it is on the 4K crop mode, but I think it's like an extra 1.2 or 1.3. Anyway, so I just spent the past 20-ish minutes just at the side of the highway taking pictures of the bull. And believe it or not, that's the first moose I've seen all season. I've been up here like 7 or 8 times, I think, total. And that's the first moose I've seen. So very happy to have that experience on my last trip, on what is close to my last day. Not exactly my last day, but basically right at the tail end of the season. So that was really nice. Come on. Come on. Okay. It's the morning of day 4 right now. It's almost 11 o'clock right now. Now we're getting our stuff packed and ready to go. We're going to go into the park and do some more hikes for the day. That's it. Same plan as the other days, just some new hikes. Let's go. Come on. Good girl, Eva. Good girl. Two kilometers we got, following the Oxtongue River. You ready for this, Elo? We're on the Whiskey Rapid Trail right now, and it isn't all that exciting. And it does follow along the water, but there's a lot of places where you can just see it's quite shallow. Not that memorable compared to the other trails we've done so far on this trip. But yeah, we're gonna finish this. Definitely feeling my lack of sleep from last night catch up to me just on this short, easy hike already. I'm already feeling drained. I might just close my eyes for a few minutes when we get back in the car before driving to the next hike. Good girl, Elo. Good girl. We're on the Hardwood Lookout Trail now. There's already some incline and decline at the beginning. It's pretty so far, but we'll see. I don't think it'll take us too long. Elo's very excited. We arrived at Whiskey Rapids to an empty parking lot. And by the time we got back to the car, I saw a few other cars in the lot. So they were obviously somewhere behind us on the trail. And now I arrived to Hardwood Lookout to an empty parking lot. So who knows when we're done if other people will be here, but both of the trails so far today, we've been alone on the trail, which is nice. Well, that's the end of that tripod. We just arrived at Peck Lake Trail, I think it is. But it's a very scenic entrance with the trees and the leaves blowing and the wind and everything like that. And we're going to do this trail, and I think I decided that this is going to be the last trail of the day. Then we're going to go back and just have a relaxing afternoon. That's the plan. Peck Lake Trail and then head back. Let's go, Elo. 2 kilometers. Lake Trail is done. This was going to be the last hike for the day. I'm going to stop at Dwight Pharmacy just to get some food. And then go back and have a relaxing afternoon at the cabin. It's my last morning. There's a beautiful sunrise behind me. It's just past 8 o'clock. The plan was to go back into the park and do some more hiking today before driving home. But it's calling for like crazy windstorms. Like there's special weather statements saying like gusts up to 70, 80 kilometers an hour later in this evening. Could have flying objects, could have power outages, one of those. And I'm not concerned about hiking in that weather. I'm more concerned about the canoe on top of my car and driving home in that weather. Right now there's no wind. There's the occasional gust, but there's no real wind. So if I were to head out, by 10, 11 o'clock, I can probably beat the worst of it. But for now, just enjoying the morning. I'm gonna go inside. I need to feed Elo. I need to feed myself. I need to walk Elo. Both Elo and I need to drink some water. I need to refill her bowl for her. Yeah. It's our cabin in the morning. And this is Elo in the morning. Stay. Take it. Good girl, Elo. Good girl. Oh, I'm just gonna take Elo to the highway and back. We saw a fox cross the road the other night, right in front of that wolf den sign. And Elo just fixed stare on something right there. So I turned on my headlamp and just locked eyes with a fox and started staring at me for like a good 2 minutes once it noticed that I saw it. And then it scurried off inside the wolf den property. Alright, so I'm gonna go back and start to pack up my cabin. Sky's cloudy. You can feel the wind starting to pick up.